Our tale begins in the Roman era when the first bridge was built over the town, connecting the south and north sides. There is believed to have been two altars, built one on either side of the town, and people used to pray for their safety, being that they didn't know what was on the other side.
Amen.
Alright then, now you have prayed, off you go.
Why do I have to go across first? It was your idea to go.
Don't be stupid, I wouldn't suggest such a thing. We all know that there are monsters on the other side of there.
Oh, so you never said how, lass. Why don't we show the village how brave we are to cross the bridge?
No!
Honestly, man, a chicken would do it. If the chicken is safe, then I'm going. I have faith that the gods will protect me.
Fine, if she can get across safely, I can, though I'm sure I have forgotten something. Help me!
Well, if he didn't pray for his safety, then that's his own fault. Come on, chicken.
Help me! Someone, I can't swim!
The bridge was developed at the end of the 1200s as we roll over into the medieval period. This was accomplished by the bishop at that time selling indulgence to help fund the build, so they could make it out of stone and thick wooden timbers. The bridge had shops, churches and even a prison overhanging the river. The townspeople from both sides of the river had their own ideas on who owned this new bridge, and it caused many arguments. These arguments continued until 1771, when the bridge was eventually destroyed by a flood. The bridge was eventually rebuilt in the Georgian times, using the remaining piers and the arches belonging to the old bridge, and the new bridge was opened in 1781. Tolls were collected on this bridge for over 20 years to cover its cost for it being made. In 1849, the high-level bridge was opened just down from the location of the Georgian. This bridge originally carried 3 tracks on the upper deck, with a roadway on a lower level. The next 60 years would see Tyneside become a world leader in technology, especially with shipbuilding. In 1868, the Georgian bridge was demolished and the swing bridge was built and finished in 1876. This bridge shows 360 degrees, allowing boat access down the Tyne on either side. The Tyne Bridge was built up from the swing bridge in 1928 and was opened by King George V and has become a distinctive symbol of the Tyneside area. The designer for the Tyne Bridge also did designs for the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and for a long time people didn't know what had come first. But to put your minds at ease, from the records that Sydney Harbour Bridge was designed in 1916 but wasn't finished until 1932. The Tyne Bridge was finished in 1923, so the Tyne Bridge in the northeast did come first. Up from the Tyne Bridge was built the Millennium Bridge. This bridge was built for pedestrians and cyclists, and was engineered to allow the whole bridge to tilt so small ships and boats can pass under it. The bridge was put into place in November in 2000, but wasn't open to the public until September 2001. In 1864, just 4 years before the swing bridge was finished, the Tyne Improvement Commission decided that to help the people and the traffic of the northeast better would be to start to create tunnels as well as bridges. The Tyne Pedestrian and Cyclist Tunnel were completed in 1951 after the Tyne Bridge was opened. At the time of construction, the 4 original wooden step escalators were the longest single rise in the world, with a vertical rise of 85 feet and a length of approximately 200 feet. It is now a Grade 2 listed building. The tunnels were built to help people get to work in the shipyards. They were also used for days out, allowing whole families to either cycle or walk through and cross the Tyne. In their heyday, they were used by around 250,000 people every month. Now that number of people use the tunnels every year, reflecting the decline of industry along the river. However, people still use the tunnels to get to work, and leisure use is of increasing importance as the tunnels link up with the National Cycling Network.
I feel like chicken tonight, chicken tonight.
Even with the decline in the use of the tunnels over the years, They are still being looked after and are monitored by observers, making it safe at all times, and the Transport Authority is spending millions of pounds refurbishing them and promoting them to a new generation. The Tyne Vehicle Tunnel was started in 1961 on the 19th of October 1967. The Queen officially opened the tunnel to the public and soon became a vital part of the area, costing $12 million in total. People queued from midnight to be the first people through the tunnel itself and were looked after by the security staff until they were eventually let through at 8 a.m. on the dot. In its day, it had the latest safety and ventilation system with lights set alternate so they were powered from a different end of the tunnel, meaning that if there was power failure on one side, you would never be left in the tunnel in the dark, as the lights from the other side remain on. The construction of the second vehicle tunnel was started in October 2008 and has been running since February 2011, so a much needed refurbishment could be done on the original tunnel to bring it up to date. However, the new Tyne Crossing project was officially completed today, with 2 vehicle tunnels operating under the Tyne, costing $260 million and built using the latest technology, and is claimed to be the safest not just in the UK but in Europe.